Mic check. 1, 2. Can't hear you. I see your box lighting up, but can't hear you. No? All right, so here's what I think we need to do. I think we need to
Go out.
go out.
Actually,
Well, I got you
no.
now.
Sin. Go in. Change your.
Mute yourself and unmute yourself.
No. Change your input and then change it back.
I mean, I didn't have to do that. I just had to mute myself and unmute myself. Nope, I don't have you.
Nope. It don't like you.
Hey, y'all, what it do? It's your boy Gage. I'm here with jokes. Sin's here. He's silent, but deadly.
Silent sin.
You know what I mean? And you're now tuned in to Lawrence Nights Weekly, where we get together once a week. And sometimes things happen that are working, and sometimes they don't. You know what I mean? Like, we're still going to talk about what's happening in pop culture either way. Glad to see you here, hanging out with us, Andrew. Sin, struggle is real, bro. Hey, what up, Doctor Who? Jokes, you got a job to do.
Yes, sir.
Nope, don't have you, Sin. Sin, tap your actual mute your yeah. Let's mute mute that and then try it. Now try it. I hit it again. No. There it is. Look, power it down, power it back on. Let's find out. Let's see if the power cycle helps. Joe's got the beacons link up for you guys. Most of you know what to do already, but just in case, if you hit the beacons link, that is the easiest way to find us everywhere we are across social media.
No, your checkity. Nope.
Nope. It's no like, buddy. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Hey, Sin, do this. Go in, click on test mic. It may register and then it may kick in.
I mean, maybe. I like the live. This is what you do anyway, right, Joe? Just nope. Your mouse moving.
You see the bars going up and down on yours, right? Yeah. Now go to where it says audio input. Click it. Just change it to something random and change it back.
Do you have something random to change it to? Change it to the PC. Nope.
It don't.
Hopefully you but we didn't hear it, but we saw it. We don't have to blur it. Yeah, maybe you might have to go out and come back in. We'll see what happens. See you in a moment, sir. Jokes.
Yo.
When he gets back, remind me to have him do his job.
I got you.
In the meantime, I'm straight up Wayne Tech, of course. What I would like to do, Jokes,
sir.
Do you have a favorite character from the MCU?
Ooh, favorite character from the MCU.
Yeah, it's kind of tough, isn't it?
Default would go to Cap.
Check.
Hey, we can hear you.
Okay.
I couldn't give you a definitive.
No? Well, for a long time, mine was good old Phil Coulson.
Ah, good one.
And apparently Phil's back.
Yeah.
But not the way we wanted. So there is a new Thanos comic book called Thanos Annual Number 1.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna read it. Slight spoilers. You'll be fine, I swear. Um, Marvel saga of the newest Infinity Stone, the Death Stone, has finally begun, and with it comes the return of beloved MCU character Phil Coulson to the comics continuity. Um, Basically, Thanos is seeking to gather the Infinity Stones again, um, and to bring the newly created Death Stone to heal. But this time, the stones have incarnated themselves as living people. So all of the stones have come back, but as living people. So after doing battle with the stones, Thanos attempts to become the Death Stone's living host, but it rejects him in favor of another, and that another is none other than Phil Nasty Coulson, back from the dead.
As the Death Stone.
Do you imagine? I don't know that this image is going to be any good. We're gonna try it. Do you imagine that this is going to have any bearing at all on the actual MCU? That's right.
Potentially, because like we haven't necessarily. That's I think that you get the gist.
Yeah.
They haven't really explored the realm necessarily of like going into the comic universe. Like obviously it's mentioned by 616 universe. Like we've heard the number being called for it. But we haven't necessarily explored getting like a character or characters from like the comics to be pulled necessarily into the MCU. Um,
Yeah, but like Coulson wasn't. Coulson basically ended up in the comics because of the MCU. Like,
right.
like. So it's. I think it's maybe a little different.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, who knows what direction they're really going, but like with multiverse, I just have to imagine they could. But it also is like they could recast him anyway. Could be a Coulson from a different universe. Could be a Coulson from a universe that actually is the Death Stone. I don't like the idea of them going back to the Infinity Stones at all in the MCU. Like that's already been done, so I don't really like that.
Yeah.
But it does make me wonder what the significance of bringing Coulson back in the first place is, especially as not just one of the stones, but specifically a new stone that didn't exist before, and the Death Stone. Thoughts, Sin? I know I'm putting you on my favorite.
No, it's all good. I do think it's going to be interesting wherever they go with it. Like bringing up a new stone, especially called the Death Stone, and it being tied to Phil. Like they obviously have some plans for him and what they're doing with this. So we just got to wait to see how that plays out. But as far as him being back in the MCU, as a cameo, sure, but I don't see nothing major. They've already ran the Infinity Stone thing. They even Loki, they made the Infinity Stone seem kind of not worth it to revisit it. Like, oh, they're just paperweights now, so there's no need to go back and revisit all that. Just whatever they're doing, let's keep it to the books. Welcome him for a cameo because he's a beloved character to all us who've been following MCU. But that's about it.
You're probably right. Yeah, I don't imagine that it's going to actually equal anything in the MCU other than maybe a cameo. Like, I'll be honest. I think I maybe had some weird bit of hope because of Captain Marvel, even though like it took place in the past and he's already dead.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also like, look, Phil died and came back in the MCU. And I don't care what you say, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is canon.
Yes,
100%. That joint happened, bro. We're not going to... First of all, the show was fire. And 100%. Second of all, it happened.
Yo,
and like,
the events of the movie directly affected Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. when things happened.
I mean, yeah. But it didn't happen vice versa. And I think that's important.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm just saying, but I'm holding on to that like you can do whatever you want with the Inhumans and the Terrigen Mist and whatever. You've already like undone that with what's happening with mutants being there and Miss Marvel not being one anymore. Like they did that in the comics and they did it in the MCU. So even though they didn't happen the same way, they did both happen. And so Coulson was basically resurrected the entire time Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was on. You know what I mean? It's just Project Tahiti and all that.
Yeah.
Man, that's a good show.
100%.
Might be worth going back and watching them joints and doing some spoiler boys like per season on each season of that show. To see. Hey, listen, Andrew, I hear you, man. Look, they talk so much of that going into like the last couple of movies with the possibility of Quake showing up, and like I'd like to see it, but she's so heavily tied to Shield, and Shield is so non-existent in the MCU. Hey, listen, Cuddy, Phil is all our guy. You gotta share. Phil's not your guy; he's our guy. You know what I mean? He is the lie that was the spark that brought the Avengers together.
Yep.
Hang on, Nick Fury, bro. Joseph, when's the last time you thought about or played Mortal Kombat 1?
Been a while.
Huh? Did you download it?
I never really got into it.
Like Homelander.
Nope.
Like none of the new characters.
Nope.
Sam, did you?
I was going to because I wanted to play Homelander, but when I realized how much space it's going to take up, I was like, I can't afford that right now. That's going to have to wait.
That's crazy.
I can't afford
Never took that jump off. There was a leak last week, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm not positive how reputable this leak is. Okay, but it was everywhere, so we have to talk about it. Okay, Mortal Kombat is known for having multiple combat packs that come out after. They've done it ever since like Mortal Kombat 9. They had like the first combat pack had like 4 new characters, new skins, stuff like that, and then they do another combat pack that has more characters. We know that this combat pack was announced as Combat Pack 1. So we know there's another one coming. The question is, who do they put in it? So I give to you Cyrax and Sector.
Okay.
Ghostface.
Oh, okay.
From Scream. The T-1000.
I already had the Terminator, but okay.
And Conan the Barbarian.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
And while it would have been nice to have had the T-1000 and the T-800 in a joint together, if they do Conan as Arnold Schwarzenegger's likeness, having Conan face off with the T-1000,
you got to,
might be so.
You got to.
Oh, God. Their banter between one another on screen.
Yes.
How realistic do you think this is?
I think it's very realistic.
I think
do you? Why?
They've done horror characters before. They've done Arnold Schwarzenegger in there before. So it's just putting him in a wig. It's
they've done Terminator.
Yeah.
I think it could be realistic.
Yeah. T-1000, Terminator, they probably have similar kind of move sets or something. Like, you know, we've had Superman in there, Omni-Man, Homelander, all pretty much the same person. Like,
definitely the same person.
Yeah, Ghostface will definitely be an interesting one. Seeing as like he technically doesn't have any real abilities or power other than like being able to like
shank
like
and a shotgun.
But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. What could be dope again? Weapons, shank, shotgun, special moves. Also, there's multiple ghost faces. So, like, even if he has joints where another Ghostface comes and attack you from behind, or he disappears.
Yeah, that could work. Yeah, that could work.
Think about it, like, They could now. I don't feel like they'd ever do a thing where they like show which Ghostface
which
is, like,
Ghostface it is, right.
mask or whatever. But that's kind of the point.
It ends up being the Ghostface from Scary Movie.
Which would be.
I was thinking, my man, fatalities. Like he call you on your cell phone.
Can't see
Listen, the
fatality. That would be fire.
Scary movies, and then all of a sudden just start coming out and just shake.
Yep.
Hey, dog, that joint. I think his fatalities would be crazy.
Yep.
Now, how do you do fatalities on a T-1000? They don't bleed.
We're gonna leave that. We're gonna leave that to Cyrax and Sector.
They bleed. They got oil.
I don't know. They're gonna have to make it work. They have to figure it out. Whether it's gonna be just silver liquid flying everywhere.
If it's not this, let's say this is partially right.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think could be or should be in a Mortal Kombat lineup? Give me a character. Who's a
John Wick?
I mean, I understand why.
Let me see who else.
It would be kind of cool.
Chucky, Child's Play.
Definitely Chucky, but like, what size do you make Slim? I mean,
he would have fun with it.
He'd
be tight.
Now, Hellraiser could be dope.
They've never done Hellraiser.
Pinhead. I should say
like
Pinhead.
Pinhead, yeah.
Or that maybe that was a rumor a while because I thought that happened once already.
Jeepers Creepers.
Nah, ew. Leprechaun.
Nah, they ain't
Wishmaster.
Wishmaster, dog. That's the one. Wish you to death,
what's his
bro.
name? What's dude's name from Leatherface?
Leatherface, they did do Leatherface. Yeah, Leatherface is in there. Was in there before him. Jason.
I remember Jason.
Freddy, like they've all been done.
The classics, yeah.
What about Ripley? Like they did the Alien. What about Ripley?
Have Ripley.
Saying like, had it out.
It could work.
I mean, look,
fatality could be with the big crane, robot joint or whatever. Give her the gun with the fire and the fire flamethrower, the gun and the grenade launcher on it. It could work.
Mm-hmm.
It could work.
It could work.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot they could do. I really, I kind of like in my head. I want to get into like specifically the Warner Brothers wheelhouse of like characters that they have because Mortal Kombat is owned by Warner Brothers, right? Like NetherRealm is under their banner, so like you would think, all right, well they do have access to a bunch of different characters. It's just a matter of who makes sense and who's owned by what. You know what I didn't realize?
Saying a lot of your folks from Game of Thrones could probably be some interesting additions in here. Like they're in the what's the genre that I've been playing?
Multiverses.
Multiverses.
Oh, Multiverses?
Yeah, because Arya's in that, yeah.
They could take some of them out of there. Like I don't think they would take like Bugs Bunny or anything like that out of it, but I think like a lot some
not for Mortal Kombat, bro,
yeah.
But not Shaggy with 1% power. Shaggy with 1% power still belongs in Multiverses, and that's it, dog. I can't.
Yeah.
He can't be in my Mortal Kombat. Did y'all know that? I didn't realize that Sony owns the Boys IP. So I heard some talk about that as like some of these rumors were coming out. I heard people saw people talking about, like who owns what and like how difficult it might be for them to work that out. But then it's like, well, yeah, they got Homelander, and Homelander's like is under the Boys, and that's a Sony IP. It's not like, and I it wouldn't surprise me if at some point Sony was like, y'all got to give us Homelander as an exclusive character only on PlayStation or something like that. And it was like, no, dog, it's not happening anymore. Sam, I want to show you something.
What that is?
You'll have to give me a second.
No, sure. I'm trying to think of another good one. Somebody good from Game of Thrones. I can't think of his name, but my man Damon from House of the Dragon. He's dope.
I mean,
or he just had the Ice King. Was that what
I was thinking? The Ice King.
I mean, we are just multiple.
That, like, it would feel wrong for like fantasy. Like, I don't. like when you start thinking Game of Thrones, you also start thinking like maybe like Lord of the Rings. Obviously, they had a show, but like I don't know. Does that feel? Man, at this point, man.
I don't want no Transformer in it.
I don't know. I feel like that would be weird because like then they would have to shrink them down to be the same size as a normal. Like obviously, like Goro and characters like that are a little bit bigger than the others, but I feel like I don't know. I think that would just be weird.
Transformers shrink though.
Hey, Rick Grimes.
Right? Jokes.
They do.
Rick Grimes actually might be.
Well, Rick Grimes, yeah.
But wouldn't it really need to be Negan?
He was already
just like he was.
Yeah, they get him in Tekken. Oh. Yeah, I mean, Negan would be a good choice.
Negan in Mortal Kombat would be way better than Negan in Tekken.
I agree.
Yeah, Negan and Rick together, that would be a problem. Get that revolver and that axe and let Rick go ham.
You know, I think that's the move. Michonne could be cool then if you're gonna do that. Go
Absolutely,
that route.
Yeah, and Daryl for that matter. Yeah, the Walking Dead pack. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
get them four: Negan, Rick, Michonne, Daryl.
Yeah, I can't. I don't, bruh. Now it sounds like you're just planning a game I don't want to play. Like I don't want to play Mortal Walking Dead. Clearly, you can't kill nobody. Anybody they kill in that joint just come back as a zombie. Like that's not like I don't know how that works. Like that's not. You know. Let's do this, man. Because I think I promised people we were gonna talk about this. So
catch up in the team.
Hey, listen.
Something in these hills. Something haunted. Evil. It smells like death.
Got a clicker?
How do you know that?
Dark things called dark things.
I heard tales about him all my life. Most just called him the Crooked Man.
We've got company.
All your friends, they all gonna die.
Son, you look scared.
No, because that's just a no. Just I'm good.
That's
miss me with
normally
that.
when you say your nose.
That's
no.
Usually.
Nope. I'm good.
All right, so here's my thing.
That don't look like a B movie.
At first glance, that joint looks like Blair Witch, dog. Like that joint across the street.
Yeah.
Behind treetop over
it's so old school Evil Dead vibes.
It does. However, I do look, if you're gonna do Hellboy again, right? Like I like the first couple of Hellboys. The reboot, not so much. I just feel like if you're gonna go again, you do kind of need to. It could be tripping. You might be right. It looks like trash. This. Here's the thing. When this got announced, like today or yesterday, I thought it was fake.
It looked fake.
Yeah.
And then listen, and to make it more like to be more real with you. First, I saw people like, "Oh, there's a new Hellboy trailer," and when I saw the stills, I was like, "Absolutely not, dog." Fireworks going off, see you all right over there. He does not have Hellboy. Well, he doesn't have our Hellboy's voice. But again, that movie's super old, and then I saw Catch Up Entertainment, and I was like, "Oh." This is fake. Like this has to be. It's not. And here's what I'll say. as the trailer goes on, and they really are, or at least it seems like they really are leaning more into the very dark and horror elements that exist. Coop says, yes, it looks like a really good fan-made trailer, and you're right.
Mhm.
As they seem to be leaning more into the horror elements of what Hellboy is, I kind of like that. And I say that because just like they've already tried the over-the-top action, you know what I mean? Like, just cool. We did that. We tried it again. Maybe we need to lean in a different direction. And this does also seem to be on the mark for what Hellboy is, and specifically this storyline from the Hellboy comics. So I don't know if I'm sold enough to go see it. I don't even know if I'm sold enough to watch it when it comes to streaming. But I am intrigued enough that a second trailer could very easily make or break it. Like, it could go one way or the other for me. Trailer number 2, closer to Halloween, with the right vibe, I might be like, hey, dog, we might have to. Not you, Sam.
No, I'm good.
Jokes, we might have to. I know.
Yeah.
As soon as you saw that neck twist,
Right, nope, I'm done.
The crack
Done.
was like,
Nope, I'm done. I cut this trailer off right now. I already know I'm not going to see it. Simple as that. Think I'm going to go pay money? Hell no.
Nah, not with it, huh?
Hell no.
I mean, that's
I'll be chilling. Now, if it turns out to be bad and terrible, that might be something different.
Bad and terrible?
Oh, yeah, because then I can just sit and make fun of it all day.
but you're still going to have to see the neck crack.
Depending on what people are saying, like it's so bad, like it's not even scary and stuff like that, then oh yeah, I can sit down and fry it once it comes home.
It still might not be worth it. Let's try another one.
Another one.
Asking the question on everyone's mind these days, what do you think about the Batman?
I'm frightened. This whole city's gone to hell in a handbasket.
Well, he's breaking the law, ain't he? So they ought to catch that freak and lock him up.
I won't say it's gonna be easy, but catching criminals is what we do. So this one dresses up like Dracula, so what? We're gonna take him down. What do we know about this Batman?
He's been beating the tar out of muggers and dope peddlers out there the last few weeks.
He's mostly been seen at night driving that hot rod of his 100 miles an hour.
And now he's even attacking our brave police.
Nice car.
This man is not a hero, he's a criminal. And his time in Gotham is up.
Mischief afoot, sir?
3 explosions in 2 weeks. Peculiar. There's something more going on here.
He knows too much. He's an itch that needs to get scratched.
The Kings don't run this court anymore. The Jester does.
Bang! Look out! We could be looking at
An all-out gang war on the streets of Gotham.
This is a losing battle. 100 other monsters will show up to replace anyone you take down.
Okay.
Probably. But now they'll all know I'm coming for them.
Spoiler boys. Bruh, listen. Alfred Doolittle.
And listen, I bet you that dude athletic is I don't know what in this junk probably.
I mean, here's the thing. Do we need another Batman cartoon? Absolutely not. But I will take this one.
Yep. And listen,
Sure.
putting Bruce Timm at the beginning of that right there, I'm like, I'm good. I'm good.
I mean, listen, Bruce Timm himself said, I don't want you to think because I'm associated with this that it is going to be like Batman the Animated
Series.
Because this is not going on daytime children's TV. This is going on Amazon Prime streaming. And that immediately for me was like, oh, Invincible. Let's get it. Let's get it. Like, you know, I don't hate the art style. Two-Face.
I mean, his face about to get burned off or something serious in this joint probably. So I'm willing to wait to see how he really becomes the true Two-Face.
That Clayface was cool.
Oh yeah,
was cool.
You know what I mean? Like I mean,
looking forward to see what they do with Harley. I know they switched her up in this one.
Seeing that this is not a typical run, that they are really kind of leaning and sticking more in that Art Deco 1930s with the Tommy guns and all that. Like I'm like, yeah. This is, for all the trash y'all hear me talk about Batman, dog, this is the one. Like, this is the Batman though. This is like where that comes from, where like the vigilante justice thing makes the most sense in a time like this, where there's no social media, and you don't have like, you know, this dude who's doing like what he's doing, like having to actually do detective work, because that's all a beat cop can really be doing or whatever. And like you're like, it is so different when you put Batman in the right time. And I just think, like, I feel like Batman's so out of place a lot of times now in terms of like what he's doing and what he can get away with and whatever. Like, yeah, like they're talking that talk like, hey, breaking the law. Yeah, he is. And he's only breaking it the way you said it. He's not breaking the law. He's breaking the law. It's different, dog. Like,
yeah, see?
Thing. Exactly, Sid. Yeah, see?
Yeah.
That's gonna be
I'm just waiting for that first episode. Whoever he put his hands on first that don't see it coming. Like, how bad is it gonna be?
They gonna get it. It's gonna be like an opening. It's gonna be like an opening cinematic before we get the table for the first person to get their hands on.
Here's what I'll tell you: if the intro to this show is anywhere near the fire that the intro for the OG joint was, out of the park, Sid. Out of the park.
That's
park, bro. Just if they do it right. Here's what's the most interesting thing to me. This is Batman, y'all. It's DC. It's WB. Why isn't this on Max? Why is this joint on Amazon Prime? Why is this
Prime put up the money?
There is a. I'm trying to.
It was
tell
originally.
You,
I remember it was originally supposed to be on Max, and then when they announced that they
dropped
it, I was like,
"The writing is on the wall." I'm trying to tell y'all, it's like I'm so worried about what's happening with WB. I don't know what to do, but I know that if they were smart enough to do this deal so that they can make this money, like y'all want it, cool, pay us for it. Y'all can have it. Y'all can put it out. You can distribute it. You can run it on your servers, blah, blah, blah. It's on their servers anyway. Y'all know what I do. HBO Max run on Amazon Web Services regardless. So why are we paying you twice? Y'all pay us, and then you run it on your joint. And pay us to run it on your joint. Like, doesn't that make more sense?
Sounds like it to me.
Saying. You know, let's go back to video games for a minute.
Excuse me.
I gotta show you something. Jokes, before I do that. You sent me a text message. Well, you sent us a text message. Let me not try to make it sound like Sin wasn't involved, because that just feels my bad, Sin. I wasn't trying to discount.
It's all good.
You know what I mean? I wasn't trying to discount your.
It's all good.
You know what I mean? All right. sent me a text that had a link talking about how Xbox gaming is coming to Amazon Fire TV. Did you read about it? Did you actually read the article that you sent to me?
I
sir?
read like the first couple of lines. I was in the middle of being at work, so I saw that still, and I needed to be like, oh, it didn't go back to work.
I'm gonna read directly from Xbox Wire. Xbox gaming coming to Amazon Fire TV. Play more games, no console needed. At Xbox, we're committed to bringing the joy and community of gaming to everyone. Today, we're announcing a collaboration with Amazon, where Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members in over 25 countries can play games directly from the Xbox app on select Fire TV devices via cloud gaming, giving people even more choice in how they play their favorite games. In July, the Xbox app will be available on the Fire TV Stick 4K Max, which is $59.99, and the Fire TV Stick 4K, which is $49.99. For people new to console gaming or for those looking for another way to play, it's a great low-cost, convenient, and portable option to enjoy a huge library of incredible games. To get started, players just need a Fire Stick, a Bluetooth-enabled wireless controller, and an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate membership to gain instant access to hundreds of phenomenal games, including Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2, Starfield, and Forza Horizon 5, among others. Plus, Bethesda Game Studios' beloved Fallout games are also available with Game Pass Ultimate, including Fallout 76 and Fallout 4. Once downloaded, the app is designed to offer a smooth and seamless experience. Here's how it works. Simply install and launch the Xbox app from your Fire TV device. Sign in with your Microsoft account to play. If you're an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate member, you'll have instant access to hundreds of cloud-enabled games. Not a member? No worries. You can join Xbox Game Pass Ultimate for one low monthly price or check out Fortnite without a membership. Connect the Bluetooth-enabled wireless controller. Controllers like the Xbox Wireless Controller, Xbox Adaptive Controller, PlayStation DualSense, or DualShock 4 controller are all compatible, and start playing. Over the past several years, we have been on a journey to deliver cloud gaming to more devices and more people around the globe. We are excited to add Fire TV to our growing family of cloud gaming devices and eager to welcome new players into this experience. Stay tuned for details. You can read about cloud gaming beta on Fire TV devices and Amazon's blog here. Sin, your thoughts?
Sounds good to me. $60, $50 to get a stick with that on it, and just let your kids or whoever just run and don't have to go buy a whole nother box. I think mentioning Fortnite was smart because
Fortnite for free.
Exactly. You mentioned it too. So yeah,
if you're in there with an Xbox controller or even a PlayStation controller, and you're playing Fortnite, and you're playing it for free, but you're seeing all these other games that you could also be playing.
Smart move.
Oh man.
Seems like a low cost to get in. And then you have a Fire Stick added to your library. So yeah.
Hey, man, look, so many people got Fire Sticks just for the sake of jailbreaking them. And they know that. So it's like, why don't you come play all these games with all your stolen movies or whatever? Right. Like, why don't you come, like, it just, we knew eventually it was going to come. It's just a matter of how it manages to get in front of more people. And so when you talk about removing the barrier of the box, you're not just talking about, people running out and buying new Fire Sticks. You're talking about people who already have them. Millions of people who just already have them. And just the app is just going to show up one day.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it's like, what's going to be the issue for them? Oh, I don't have a controller. Oh, I got a controller in the other room. Or, you know what I mean? So now I got to go. So I just have to get a controller. And if it's an Xbox app, more than likely, even if you can use a PlayStation one, you're just going to go buy an Xbox controller.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's dollars margin in that somewhere. Jokes, what are your thoughts?
I think it's a good move. Definitely one traveling. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you can still play on your laptop or wherever as long as you got Game Pass. But just giving a whole nother segment of people, especially for those maybe that don't have the money to buy an Xbox or a PlayStation. This is just a simple and easy way to get in. And like you said, a lot of houses already have those Fire Sticks just because easy, quick way to get in to watch those movies. You got Prime already. You'll download Prime on there. You can watch stuff through there, but it's a good collaboration that they're doing. Um, Prime app obviously is already on Xbox platforms, so you can watch your Prime and do all that. So I'm eager to see if maybe there ends up becoming another type of partnership eventually. That could be a little bit more, but just being able to allow another avenue to access video games is absolutely incredible.
Here's what's interesting to me. If you have a Fire Stick, 4K, doesn't that mean you also have Amazon Luna? I get emails from them every week.
I guess you would think, but
Luna is still a thing. Like bro, like you can get the control, like it's a thing, like it still exists. They advertise, they give out free games every month. It is a subscription service that Amazon offers. It would just kind of have been like they could have just put all your Luna controller in the
yeah.
You know,
a lot of people are like, what is that?
I think maybe they end up like I don't know how well they're I'm sure they're still doing okay with it, but inevitably, what if they ended up somehow figuring out how to fold Luna under the Game Pass flag? Like I just don't know how well they're doing with Luna to know if it's really doing great for them or not.
I mean, look, they are still acquiring studios. They are still developing games. And that game they did, what is it, like New World or whatever, like the MMO?
Yeah.
They doing updates. That joint has like millions of players. Like something's working. Like it's something's happening. I think isn't that where Jay Raymond is? And she's with Amazon. Her new studio, whatever, I think is under Amazon. She had a joint. She was with Ubisoft. I think she got picked up by EA. EA closed the studio or canceled the project or whatever. And they picked her up, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe it was she went to Google's joint. What was that? Stadia? Maybe it was Stadia that she went to, and then that got canceled, and then she got picked up by EA. And then, nonetheless, Amazon is still heavily in gaming. I mean, they own Twitch, for goodness sake, still, which has its issues. But, like, you know, I don't... Could it be a good gateway for Amazon to find a way to get people to get into Luna? Maybe. But, like, what difference does that make? Do you even really need that if, like, Microsoft is paying you to have their app available on your system, on your platform anyway? You know what I mean? And that to me means that, like, because clearly that means that the Fire Sticks have to have Bluetooth built into them so that you could connect the controller in the first place. And I would imagine that it's only there because of Luna. That, you know what I mean? Like that Bluetooth connectivity would be there because Amazon Luna is still a thing. So, like, because otherwise you'd have to that would be probably the biggest barrier to entry, is that, like, people have these Fire Sticks, but who's connecting Bluetooth to it? And for what? That means it's already there and it's built in. Because that 4K Max stick, those came out in like 2023. So they're already out there. It's gonna be interesting to see how this evolves. And whether or not, I know they talked about, like, the canceled Xbox, like their streaming box, that was its own thing or whatever, and how they canceled that. Like, there was a lot of people talking about that last week. But for what? They said specifically, Phil Spencer said that the reason why that didn't come out is because they could not get the price point down low enough, making the box that like they needed to be able to get that out at like $99 and they couldn't do it. And so that's why they scrapped it. So why wouldn't you just go with people that already have it? Yeah, like it's already out there and you're already in houses. You're not trying to sell the hardware to people to get them in. They're already in. You're just adding it. It's just like putting Game Pass on phones. Like everybody already has a phone. You're not really trying to sell the device for them to get it, which is what you're still doing every time you try to sell a console. And so them like being like, we're getting a little platform agnostic. I'm with it. I'm all about it. Now it's just a matter of how realistically well streaming works for most people. I think for a lot of people, it's still not quite realistic. I don't know how often you try it. I mean, I try it probably once or twice a month. And sometimes, depending on the time of day, I mean, it works like a charm. Like, it's great. And then other times, I'm like, and I'm doing it, streaming it through the console. But it is still in beta. That's the other thing. The cloud stream is in beta. So I don't, before we get out of here, there's something else I want to show you. And that means I have to share my screen again.
Drum roll, please.
Do y'all see this?
Yeah.
So this dashboard, this what you're looking at is a screen inside, as you can see on the top where it says the Rimac Robotaxi. So the CEO of Bugatti is putting out these taxis. There's a whole this video is coming from Top Gear. This is on their YouTube channel.
I might have seen this thing. I think Supercar Blondie did one of like a taxi recently, expensive, one of these type of things. Might be similar.
It could be. It's called the Wern. And so I encourage people to go and watch the whole. It's a very interesting, like the YouTube video. The full video is much longer than this. This clip I'm going to show you is only about 19 seconds. But I want you to take a look at the dashboard.
And anything that is relevant for a safe ride. And this is especially in the beginning, people will want to monitor this themselves. Yeah? So
while they get you.
All right, now hold on a second. So here's the thing. I mean, I'm going to finish playing this clip, right? This aired and people went kind of nuts. Like, yo, is this a new Xbox UI that is designed for a handheld?
Used to it. While they get used to it, but once you try,
because it's so quick,
used to it, which takes approximately around a minute and a half. It's that quick. And anything that is relevant for a safe ride. And this
you can see on the side they were showing Fortnite. You see the Xbox logo here. Pops up, opens up. I've never seen that dashboard is like.
I wonder if that's what the Xbox app like it'll be on like Amazon. I wonder if it's something like that. But like you said, it could be of what the mobile UI originally was, and they say, yeah, we need another reason to use it.
So here's the other thing: is the finals on Xbox?
Yeah.
Okay, so then that makes sense. Finals, Fortnite, Halo Infinite.
Yeah.
Your friends online here. You got this UI like. It is the question is, did they actually partner with Xbox to do this? Is there something real about this, or did they like create a UI of their own for some reason, like to try to show off, this vehicle? Because when you watch it, they're showing off other things. You can see like Spotify's on there.
They get used to it, but
all that other kind of stuff, and you can kind of see right down here in the bottom. There's a touchpad. There's it basically looks like an iPad that sits in the center of the console, And that's how they're controlling everything that's on screen. So if you see, like, you look right here, that is a cursor, and it moves as he's moving. You see it moving around. So you can select things. So I would imagine you just take your controller, you connect it, and you just
Or you enjoy your taxi ride.
I mean, look, people are doing things like saying Phil Spencer said they're doing a handheld. He did not say that. People are like, he all but confirmed it. He did not say that. He said, I think we should have one. People are like, you guys should have a handheld. He's like, I do. I think so too. They didn't say it's happening. Do I think it's happening? Yes. But he didn't say it's happening. So until he says it's happening, it's not happening. But then you see something like this and you're like, well, somebody developed
this UI out here, like,
kind of crazy.
Why would we do that?
Unless you got other plans for it, yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, dog. You know, but I'm just a guy talking trash on a podcast about pop culture. The Lotus Ass Movie Club movie of the month. Missing. It's on Netflix. Feel free to jump in. We had a different choice, and then that choice stopped being on streaming services, and we try to keep them to streaming services so that it's easy for more people to be able to get in to watch and therefore enjoy the discussion. This is our movie of the month. I've heard great things. I haven't seen it. I am semi-excited to take a look. I was interested before, almost watched it. You know, it's one of those things where, look at Heather. Heather like, ooh. You know how, like, Netflix gives me anxiety, gives me decision anxiety. You know, too many choices, so much stuff there. And then it's like, I'm looking at my list, and in my list, there's a bunch of stuff I haven't started yet. There's stuff that's like, well, if I start, there's so many seasons. I need to be able to, like I started 3 Body Problem. I watched like the first 2 episodes. Incredible. But I didn't go back. I started watching something else. Because I get it. Netflix was like, hey, dog, you trying to see this? I was like, yes, actually. I am trying to see this.
Recommended just for you, sir.
Get out of my head, algorithms. Yeah, so that's our movie of the month for July. I'm looking forward to watching that and having a good discussion about it. Not this weekend, but next weekend is BlurCon. We will be at BlurCon. We are doing our Being Comfortable Being a Geek panel. However, it is only for the VIPs. Yeah. And we are the very first panel. We are kicking it off. We are starting. I mean, there will be other panels at the same time as our panel, but I mean,
we kick it off.
So we are kicking that off, but we'll be there throughout the 4-day weekend. So that means our panel is actually, it is Thursday through Sunday. Our panel is like bright and early on Thursday. We'll get that. We'll give you that information next week when we do the show. We'll make sure you guys have everything and know what's what. I don't know if you're VIP or not, but might want to consider it because that
might be a reason to get a VIP badge.
So yeah, so that's next week. This weekend, somebody has a birthday. Somebody had a birthday. Somebody has a birthday. What are we doing, man? You doing something, Jokes? You don't know.
Haven't figured out yet.
Taking Edie to Sky Zone for her birthday on the same day as your birthday because y'all got the same birthday. So, you know what I mean? If you feel like coming and jumping on the trampolines, my guy.
But I'm going to tell you right now, my ass probably not going to be jumping around, though.
But you know what, Jokes? If you want to come to Sky Zone and jump, I'll pay for that, bro. Your ticket's on me, dog.
Listen. My plan is to make it to BlurCon. So for me to make it to BlurCon, I probably should not jump.
If you want to make it to BlurCon, maybe you need to be jumping more often, my guy. That's what age does. You need to get out there and start.
No, I gotta work my way into that jumping. No.
Jokes should be turning 10. That's little Jokes is turning 10. He's turning 10 compared to us.
Thank you,
Andrew. You also have a happy 4th.
Appreciate it, man.
Just stay safe out there while people are celebrating and busting off fireworks. And if you live where we live, duck and cover when
it's a normal everyday thing almost.
Yep.
Jokes. Can we take can there be Sin? Why are you doing this, Sin? Why are you doing it?
Because I know exactly what you're about to say. Can wrestling take a day off?
Take a day.
No, it cannot take a day off. But this weekend, WWE, of course, WWE is doing Money in the Bank. NXT is also going to be this weekend as well with Heat Party.
What you think?
We are going to be doing predictions for Money in the Bank, and we're looking to do them live on Saturday. So stay tuned for a time to come through to you. Also, that will be coming Saturday is the latest episode of The Finisher. We are actually, hey, I didn't say I didn't like trampolines. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
He just can't jump, bro. Like
I can jump, but I'm like I don't want to chance it. But also going to be coming this Saturday is the latest episode of The Finisher. We are going to have our good friends Ben and Mike on there. Listen, I'm giving them the topics, the first 2 topics of this show, which means these topics could be a little OC crazy, knowing Ben and Mike. So I would highly advise you guys to tune in for that latest episode of The Finisher. But yes, a lot of wrestling this weekend. Hey, it's my birthday. I get wrestling the whole weekend. I'm good with it.
Watch wrestling, order some crown chicken and waffle, my guy. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen. Sin said he was thinking about it for Money in the Bank.
About it for like a year, dog. I'm not hearing this anymore, bro. Like, if you
where I was, I couldn't have them delivered way out there. So now that I'm here.
You make trips. I don't want to hear it because you make trips.
I do. Where's it located though? It's in DC?
No.
No, I told you. You looked.
No, it's not that far, bro.
Okay.
Why are you doing this, dog?
Okay, hold on. We'll talk. We'll shut this down.
No, DC, bro.
Okay.
You need that crown chicken and waffles in your life, guy.
That'll probably be my Money in the Bank then. That'll probably be that.
Ooh, what a perk. Sin?
Yes, sir.
Anime chat popping off every day. People are screaming about stuff that's happening.
Yes.
How much of that is related to Thriller Park?
Very little. The show.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the show we're watching right now is going to come back. We're watching ReZero. We're almost done with season 1. We watched episodes 18 through 20 last week. Patreon people, they already have access to that. Everybody else, it'll go live for you all on Thursday before we have Thriller Park that night. So this week we're doing 21 to 23. So that should be a great time because, like I said, we're getting to the climax of the first season. Also, all of us went together and went to see Blue Lock, the movie, episode Nagi. Right now, it's up for Spoiler Boys, so everybody can go check that out, see what our thoughts were on it right now. It was a great movie. Good times. So yeah, go check that out. And yes, Perp, anime is popping right now. Yes.
Hey, now, let me tell you
Absolutely.
something. I did not go see that movie. He said all of us. He meant
you're right. I meant the admins, the anime admins. We all got together and went to go see it together.
Not all of you, but almost all of you. Somebody didn't go.
Well, save somebody that doesn't show up on Thursdays. So it is, Either way, it was a great time.
A lot of content coming, man. Lots of wrestling. Lots of anime. I'm like seriously looking forward to seeing what's happening with the Acolyte when we get done with this evening.
I almost forgot about that.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for, jokes.
Hey.
That's actually the point of the show like this. Spoiler Boys for the last episode is live. It's up. You gotta go check that out.
No, he's not, Perp. He's not going to pull up for the Demon Slayer movies.
Nah, why would I do that?
I'll actually be watching this season. I'm debating whether not to stream myself watching in the Discord tomorrow, but I'm going to watch the whole season 4 that just ended tomorrow. So I can get on the hype that everybody won't shut up about right now.
Do it.
I am tomorrow. Yeah, I am tomorrow.
I'm reading the manga.
I don't get down
because I can't wait for these 3 movies. They're going to probably take like 3 years to come out.
3? No, you giving some
Oh
grace.
man, Brandon Day. It's jokes, man. It's always jokes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's jokes. Just so you know, it was jokes. You know what I mean? He's the one.
Yeah.
I don't go, and I don't get invited because I wouldn't go. I don't want to go, so it's not that doesn't count. So like I didn't show up, but I wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah, he doesn't watch Blue Lock, so it's, yeah.
Why do you keep doing that? We have had this conversation multiple times. I am completely caught up on Blue Lock.
No, he's saying I don't watch Blue Lock.
He doesn't watch Blue Lock. Yeah.
Oh, I was about to say.
My man was. Listen. I watched UFC this weekend. He was ready to box, bro. Like he ready to box, my guy.
I don't know what he watches and what he doesn't watch at this point. So outside of the main stuff,
listen,
I do get that. And sometimes when he thinks he's not caught up, he's already past y'all. So there's that too.
ReZero.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, listen. I want y'all to know that we're actually. What happened? I gotta participate in what more?
I think he means the anime stuff.
No, I don't.
That's what it is.
I don't. I need anime to get. I can't. Let me not do that because then y'all gonna start feeling like, who said I don't like anime? Oh,
No,
is that? Oh, it sounds like I don't like anime.
No, you're just very particular.
Yeah, I like old anime. I'm not really. I mostly like. I like movies. I don't really do shows. And man, I disagree. Like I don't, because like it doesn't hurt at all. Like there's so much content that I'm consuming that I'm enjoying that like I'm not hurt by like missing something. I don't have that kind of FOMO. Anime is awesome. Some anime is awesome. Correct. But like some of everything is awesome. So like I'm kind of particular. I love Ghibli stuff. Like I just bought The Boy and the Heron because I didn't get to see it when it was in the theater. Like I love that stuff.
I need to,
get that.
Yeah,
get that. So yeah, like I do like. I have put it this way. I have a high appreciation for anime as an art form, and a lower appreciation for. Wow, you just kicked my man out, huh? I know you didn't.
That was weird.
I said, get out, Wayne Tech. The way anime has a tendency to talk to you as a viewer is sometimes like I don't. It does something to me. New anime is fire though. You're gonna make me say something that's gonna start something. New anime is overrated, is what I will say. There is a lot of good new anime. There's some stuff I like. I like Attack on Titan. Like there's stuff I like. I just don't really like shows. I like OVAs. Give me a good movie. I like also like I watched all of Inuyasha. I like the movies. There it is. What's ReZero?
Doc, it's about a guy who gets isekai to another world and pretty much had to start living his life all over again. But when he dies, he comes back to life like at a starting point and has to redo that stuff all over again. And he's trying to just pretty much at this point make it through without getting brutally murdered or everybody around him all the time. It is deep. It is gory, it's romantic, it is action, fantasy, drama. It covers a little bit of everything.
Checks a lot, yeah,
but
checks a lot of boxes.
Yeah, it literally checks every single box, and its production value is through the roof. Like it's so far been a perfect show.
Maybe this is the best way to put it. I love and appreciate wrestling. I don't watch wrestling, but like I know what's going on, but I don't like. I have a high appreciation for the showmanship. I have a high appreciation for the business of wrestling. Anime is kind of like that for me. It's like I know what's going on. I know what like the most popular stuff, and you know, like I don't know everybody. I don't know character names. I don't care that much. Just like I don't necessarily know like wrestler names, but I know enough. Like I know what's going on. I know how popular it is, and I respect how popular it is, but I would rather watch UFC than watch wrestling. Even though I know that it is true.
Kaiju
like
is fire.
Kaiju is 8, and that closing song, that ending song
Listen,
has to be like the most hated.
I'm hearing good
the most
things.
beloved song and hated thing with that every
Wow.
single week is the same thing. Super
love-
cliffhanger and that damn song.
Love both them tracks.
See, I also don't like cliffhangers. But yeah, I mean, you know, I like Suicide Squad. Isekai is
still gotta watch
it so far. It's all right. I mean, I don't think the 4th episode dropped yet. First 3 were out. I watched all 3 of those. It's an interesting take. I think the Batman trailer we just watched that's coming on Prime is going to be better than that, and so I would rather watch that.
Perp, I've told him about Windbreakers already. Like,
yeah, we talked about it.
Like
and I probably would. Like Sin knows enough about what I like to know that like at least there are parts of it I would like. So when it comes to like well choreographed fights, how the hand-to-hand works, like that kind of stuff, like he knows what I like. It doesn't necessarily mean I'll care about the show. That don't mean I won't love the fights. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have to watch an entire wrestling match to be like, hey, dog, when Slim put Slim through that table with that ladder on that joint in front of the Spanish announcement joint and miss it. Like, I know, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like on break, when I saw the first episode, I was like, yeah, if nothing else, just for the choreograph and the action sequences, he need to at least watch the first episode to see how this show gets busy. And they do that every week.
When you call the joint windbreak, here's the thing. This is what happened. This is what happened.
They
do so much like sizing things that are regular, which is fine, right? Hajime no Ippo. You know I love boxing. I'm into it. Cool, right? But then they got like the basketball joint,
Kuroko
the volleyball joint,
Haikyuu.
like, and that's cool. So when you call a joint windbreakers, when I see that, I'm like, oh, these might break dance. They break dance? What's
I thought frisbee. I thought frisbee. That's what I thought.
Listen, that's off the game. That's off the video game.
Yeah, that's
and
what
that
I thought
crossed my mind. But I'm like, when I don't, you know. But like, listen. I sat down and listened to Sin tell me about that joint for like 45 minutes. Broke down like two and a half good episodes for me, and was telling me all about it and what's going on. I'm like, I might bang with it. You know what I mean? Like, there's a possibility, but it's probably dope, and I'll probably really like it.
Season 2 already announced.
I'm good with that. You know what I mean? Like, I can watch John Wick and not watch the movie and just watch the
shoot
scene.
everybody. Yeah,
like
everybody,
and be good. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know. It's again, I love anime as an art form. I love what anime has done to Western animation, like the influence that it has had on Western animation. I prefer the storytelling, not necessarily the storytelling, but the narrative, the way narratives are laid out in Western storytelling, I enjoy more than the way they're laid out in anime, because oftentimes in a lot of what I watch, they telegraph things for you in anime in a way that makes me feel like, but dog, you don't have to say that. And I know that's not everything. But I do feel like a lot of times they don't respect my intelligence as a viewer, and that annoys me. And that's not like, that's a personal thing that isn't just specific to anime. I watch a lot of content, I watch a lot of TV, and I'm very particular about what I like. And more often than not, like my mother was sometimes like, I just walk in on her watching the show that she's seen a bunch of times, and I'll be like, oh, Slim did it. And she'll be like, how can you know that? And I'm like, because I watch this stuff. Like, I don't have to have seen it, you know what I mean, or whatever. And so like, I'm like, if a show surprises me, keeps me on my toes, throws me, like that last episode of The Acolyte.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
When you start talking about anybody can get it, COVID, bruh. Anybody can get it. That joint, everybody got it. It was like, hey, you know what? This is exactly what this show needed. And it's like,
oh damn.
Yeah, same thing. Like, they got me last week. And here's the thing. I'm like, again, I like a good mystery. And so when a mystery is done well, what I like about this show, even though my scores haven't been high for these episodes, every time they reveal something, you end up with more questions. And that's what a really good mystery is. Like, that's the way I like my TV. So like, if you're gonna give me cliffhangers and keep me waiting for stuff, you got to do that for me too. Like, you gotta, like, it can't just be like, I'm waiting for so-and-so to hit so-and-so.
Nah, ReZero, yeah, you're good with that. You're good. I think you'll like it just for the story alone. I think you will.
That's possible. I'm not, but like, listen, sometimes, dog, I just got to go watch. Oh, now I can't think of it. What was the joint? It's got a weird name. But I couldn't take my eyes off the joint. The joint where the kid ended up with the power. They both got attacked by aliens, and the kid got it. He ended up with the power. And he was
Inuyashiki.
Man, that joint, that joint that's incredible. That's an incredible show, and I like, it's in and it's out. Like, once, like, here's the season. Let me put it in front of you. Watch this joint, binge it, and be done. And that joint was incredible. Like, when a joint ended, I was so happy that the next episode was right there, ready to go, and I didn't have to wait, because that joint is almost perfect. It's almost perfect. If you have not seen that show, I think it's still on Amazon Prime. Yeah, that joint was tough. He was ruthless, dog. Aesop, he was ruthless. Anybody can get it, bro. Such a good show. Perp said, I appreciate it. Gage leaves me open-minded, checking different things out. Yeah, it's not like a ew anime. That's not at all. Not at all. Like, I'm very much like, I love Blood the Last Vampire. Not a fan of Blood Plus. Not a fan of Blood C. I love Blood the Last Vampire. I'm good with that. You know what I mean? Love Ninja Scroll. The OVA. Don't care about the show. Don't want nothing to do with the show.
The show was horrible. The show was horrible.
I'm good. Himeno Gemma, Die in Your Golden Hell, all day long. Like, I'm all in. Like, it's just, there are certain things that, like, I'm in there and I love them, and I'm good with it, but I'm not like, I love the concept of One Punch Man. Don't necessarily love the show. I actually like the concept of My Hero. The show's cool. It's just not enough for me to be like, I have to watch this. This is not, where I'm at. But like, I'm open to it. And again, like, I love and respect how much people love it and are into it and like are growing up with it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, tell them to go watch Crying Freeman. They said, it used to be good, dog. It was good.
It was. I grew up on that.
Good because there was nothing else like it.
You go back and revisit it now. I got some issues.
I know. You should have some issues. Man, I watched all that. Like, even some old shows, Cutie Honey, I watched all that stuff. Plastic Little.
Honey Flash.
Not the new joint, not the remake.
No, the original ADV joints.
Yeah, bro. Like, like, you know, and I'm talking about like singing the theme songs and all that. So like, I'm not like, you know, it's not my current bag. You know, like it's just not. When I sit down to watch something that's going to take up my evening, chances are I'm going to watch somebody actually get knocked out. And they'll tell you that's all their timelines are filled with. Their DMs from me are all people getting
slept,
knocked out. I don't care if it's UFC. I don't care if it's like little kids punishing. Like that's where I'm at all day long.
I don't know if you know about it, but go check out Konosuba if you have it. One of the funniest animes I think I've ever seen. Keep pushing season 3 tonight.
It's kind of like me and Pokemon. I respect it. This ain't gonna happen, right, Jokes?
Yep. Because once you got to go down that rabbit hole, it's gonna be a problem.
Not gonna do it.
Not really. I've given up completely.
Well, you know,
I can't.
Well, you haven't given up on Arceus though.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I try. It just can't hold my interest. That's all. It just can't do it.
It had you for a good while, so I applaud because the fact that I got you to get
Arceus still in the very beginning. I'm still so early in that game.
I don't think you did that, Jokes. I just think you did that.
I partially did that.
I mean, yeah, maybe, but I'll just, you know. Listen, it's been a great show. If Xbox Live is working, I gotta play Grand Theft. If it's not, I gotta watch The Acolyte. And so either way, also, and I gotta finish building a Lego set. So
apparently you're still having issues.
Well, I'm at 8 minutes on the Vampire Zone, so I'm gonna go back to that.
Oh, you got to pause?
Survival, dog. Got him.
I might try first descendant for a couple of seconds. See if I can get in. If I can't, then I'm just gonna hit up Noah. We're gonna watch Konosuba. Watch a couple episodes.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
I appreciate everybody hanging out with us in the chat this evening. It's been really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing people next week's episode and then live and in person at BlurCon.
Yeah.
2 weeks from now. A week and a half from now, we'll call it. I'm looking forward to Jokes being that much older when we come back next week. You know what I mean? Enjoy your birthday, man. I might see if I can find you some Bowberry biscuits, bro.
Hey,
who out there in chat, man, lives near
WWE Cup?
Oh, Bojangles. You know what I mean?
I have to make a road trip before Money in the Bank. See if we can go find
him. Try to tell him.
That way you can get the cups and you get some biscuits. Perfect for Money in the
Bank. Bowberry sausage biscuits, sir, and cookies. I swear if you go and you don't come back with cookies, dog, you better have some Bowberry cookies.
He just threatened us about some cookies.
Yeah, he did.
Bro. Come on, dog. So you got a job to do.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, so let's shout out our top tier patrons, starting with Anthony Cunningham, Marcus Houston, Susan Dortch, Tyrone Carson, Meticulous Skin, Alex Lee, Ellis Mbe, and Kermit Ferguson. Thank you very much. We truly, truly appreciate it.
So was that a hiccup? What happened to you? You all right?
Yeah, I just parched. I needed some water.
Okay. Hiccups are almost as funny as sneezes. We'll have that discussion another time.
Can't be. Not the way sneezing now.
I said almost.
Oof.
Almost.
Hey, no, because of him, I can't keep a straight face anytime someone sneezes.
I can't now. I don't find it funny. Like, I don't find it funny. It's just a reaction now because he is what makes it funny when he does it. So it's like
sneeze, dog. That's not a real thing. Like it shouldn't happen. But whatever. We can have that discussion later. Again, thank y'all for hanging out with us. Jokes. Tell the folks what I need them to know.
Remember, y'all, just because you have a well thought out plan doesn't make it a good idea.
With that, we're out. Toodles and lose.
Loading snacks.
Max.
So I was like, no, dog.